Hey y'all, it's TxStampin Sharon. Welcome to my class. This is my monthly class that I love to share. I teach you guys some fun things. Tonight we're going to learn how to play with old shaving cream. Yeah, we're going to make some masculine cards. Masculine cards can be a little hard. However, they don't got to be fancy. The guys don't care. So we're going to have some fun with those tonight. It is Thursday, December the 12th. Man, Christmas is going to be here and I've not bought one thing yet. I'm trying to get into the Christmas spirit. I even have some fun Christmas nails. So I'm trying, but boy, it's coming up quick. I want to say hello to everyone who is joining me in the live, like Amy. Amy's like, yay, I made it to a live. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I really appreciate it when you take the time out of your day to spend it with me, whether you're joining me live or whether you're watching the replay. So thanks so much for that. I do want to say hello to my sweet friend, Michelle Batson. Michelle is in the live chat and she has a little blue wrench by her name. She helps me during the lives. I couldn't do it without her because I'm doing good just to remember to teach you what's in front of me. And when you guys ask questions, everything, I don't want to miss those. So Michelle is a great resource for that. When you're in the live chat, you can type the @ sign and start typing her name. And then you can ask her a question or where do you find something, things like that. So thank you, Michelle. Love you, girl. I also want to say hello and give a big shout out to everyone in the live chat that has a Texas logo by their name. That means they are my channel supporters. And for that, they get a free class once a month. It's a private class. We had a really good class this month in December. And I think everybody enjoyed that one. So if you have any desire to be a channel member, we call you a stamping friend. You can look below this video and click on the link that says channel perks or join my channel, something like that. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, let's see. I do sound better. I'm still a little bit, this little lingering cough has taken its toll, but I'm hearing from a lot of people that those who get this cough right now or this cold, it's taken a hot minute, like 2 weeks to go away. So I just want to Diane Hamilton said December's was a great class. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. All right. So look at the fun nails. Look at that. My granddaughter, Elise, did it. And I was like, girl, I got to do it. I got to do it. Look at that fun Christmassy. Now I'm going to show you two things tonight, two techniques, one with new shaving cream. This is the shaving cream technique. The other one is old shaving cream. Now, isn't that funny? So I learned this trick from my friend. She is a demonstrator over in Australia. Her name is Linda Dalke. And she loves to do techniques like I do. And I stumbled across her video about this. And I was like, well, what the heck did she do? So we're going to play with this. Donna says that she is just getting over that cough. Yep. See, it's not fun. It is not fun. So we need some shaving cream. We need foamy shaving cream. I got this, I think, at Target, and it just smells like summertime. And y'all know me with my beachy stuff. So there you go. It was right up my alley. So I'm just going to take, and we're just going to go through the part about, oh, guys, love my nails. Thank you. It was fun. I was like, oh, I want something fun. You know, when you've been sick, you just have to treat yourself, right? Okay, so I've just got a paper plate and I'm just going to put some shaving cream on the paper plate. Okay. Put the little top back on. And then I have some ink refills. And I just thought that playing with Night of Navy and you know what? This is Balmy Blue. I think I said that it was, Michelle says, looks like I'll be making a trip to the Dollar Tree for some shaving cream. Yeah, either that or do Target pickup or something. Yeah. Rosemary says, I would say the charge for the membership is nothing compared to having Sharon as a mentor, the new techniques we learn from her and each other. It's like having a personal one-on-one with Sharon. Thank you, Rosemary. That's so sweet. Does gel cream work, Carmen? No, ma'am. It's got to be the foam, especially for the second part of this that I'm going to show you. It has to be old foam. Doesn't that sound awful? All right. So I'm just going to, it doesn't matter what colors you choose. I think in my instructions, I put pool party, but this is actually balmy blue. So it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to put some Night of Navy around. Just kind of slopping it everywhere. Looks so fun. I am going to use an old bone folder. You could use whatever you want. I'm just going to swirl this around. Okay, just kind of swirl it, make it pretty. Get all of my ink refills kind of swooshed in there. Okay. Every time you do this, they'll be different. Every time. So it's a given. Now, whatever you use to do this, it's going to stain. I had a plastic knife, but I don't know what happened to it. So we had to sacrifice a bone folder. So this is just your typical shaving cream. Okay. Hi, Jeannie Brown. I tried to say hello to you a while ago, and I guess you had popped off for a minute. This is just basic white cardstock. Okay. I may not have put enough shaving cream, but that's okay. You'll get the gist. Now, when Linda Dalke did this class, she did a shaving cream class like this. And when the class people look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. So she did the class and everybody left. And it was like, I think she said it was like dinner time. So she opted to just leave her mess. You know how we leave things and come back to it, to go have dinner with hubby and all of that. And when she came back to clean up her mess, she discovered the second technique that we're going to do in just a minute. Okay. Now look how, I mean, it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. So I'm just going to set that there. I'm going to take my, when you're doing the shaving cream, you kind of want to let it have time for that ink to get into the cardstock. I love doing this with glossy cardstock, a cardstock that has, well, I guess I still need that. Sorry. Glossy cardstock or photo paper. Okay, you could use that. Okay, so what you do for this technique is we're just going to kind of flatten this out and remove the shaving cream. And look how pretty. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? So fun. And like you say, Rosemary, every card is different. The design is different. You guys saw me do both of these, and both of these cards are going to look totally different from the other. I am making one heck of a mess, but that's okay. That's all part of it. So I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to grab another paper towel. I made sure I had a big roll tonight because I knew I would make a mess, but it's okay. It's all okay. I don't mind getting messy. All right. So this is the shaving cream technique. Okay. Polly Libby, it's so fun. It's just so fun. Now, so back to the story when Linda, just letting y'all see. So you can kind of see some of my balmy blue, which looks pool party in there, by the way. I will say that. But this one I think is my favorite. Look how pretty. So when Linda went back to her studio to clean up, her stuff did not look like this anymore. Instead, it looked like this because it dried. Now, I don't know if you can see the sparkles in there, but it's very sparkly. And y'all know I love the whole sparkly. I used basic white cardstock. You can use basic white cardstock for this, and it's fine. Or you can use, if you have glossy cardstock, or if you, photo paper works, that shiny photo paper. Okay, so there you go, Michelle. Okay, so you can clearly see there's a difference. This needs to get old to do our other techniques. Hold on, I got to move this out of the way or I'm going to make a mess. Put this on the table. I did this about noon today, so about 7 hours. It takes a while to dry out, okay? And Sandy says, I've always wanted to learn this. Yay, I'm so glad. Mary Sue says she did it once. Okay. So then her husband said, well, why don't you just put some cardstock in there and see what happens? Okay. So I have some cards ready. This is the card that I'm going to show you what we're doing tonight. Now, before I go any further, everyone who orders during the month of December from my Stampin' Up! Website, there is a link below the video. Anything that is $50 or more during December will get the printed tutorials. I will offer these for sale in the tutorial store, but I'm having some technical issues over in the tutorial store. So hopefully they'll be fixed by the time I get off of this live. But anyway, so it will be there, but I can't promise when because of the situation over there. So you will, those of you who purchase from my store, my Stampin' Up! Store, will get this emailed to you, and it will have all of the measurements, all of the directions and everything. And so our first card, this is our first card. What a masculine card, right? And I feel like the old shaving cream even makes it look textured and rugged. You know, it's just, it's its own little, kind of looks like the galaxy or something. But here is the full card. Okay, whoops, like this. Okay, so it kind of folds up like this. All right. Mary Sue says she used photo paper. If you use photo paper, it is shinier, but it still works on the basic white. No, look, I'll show you this one again. It's so pretty. Okay, so, pardon me. I have cut, let me just show you. I have cut all my pieces to make the card, okay? And I did this on purpose so that you would know when you're cutting your pieces, which ones are going to get the shaving cream, okay? Some of my basic white pieces do not get shaving cream, okay? So I recommend that when you're cutting the layers for these cards, that you do the same thing. That way, you don't have to worry about, oh gosh, I put the wrong one in there. Okay, does that make sense? Carla says, did anyone else think that by old shaving cream, she meant an old can of shaving cream? That's too funny. I didn't think about that. This is old shaving cream that has dried out of the can. Yeah, out of the can. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier, just kind of tapping that in. Now look at it now. You saw how much, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. You saw how much was on the other one and how I had to scrape it all off. Look at the difference. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of foam. You see it? just a little bit of foam right there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to set that down, and then I'm going to do another piece. These are all my layers. Okay. And again, look at that. Look how fun. All right. So then we have this piece. So I want to say that it's almost dry. Does that make sense? Because of it being old. Now, I'm going to get a paper towel, and I'm going to move our old shaving cream out of the way. And I'm going to wipe off the excess. Now, when you wipe it, it might smear. So let's try, I'm just going to tap it, dab it off. Now, this is not for the faint of heart. If you don't like getting messy, put on some gloves, you know, because I am getting a little bit, messy here. I am using basic white cardstock, and I used 2 ink refills, Night of Navy and Balmy Blue, to come up with this color combination. So a couple of things. This is damp. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. It is damp. Okay, you can kind of feel it and all of that. And because we're all impatient and we want to make our card and put it together, you can dry it with a hair dryer. Okay, or you can set it aside and let it dry on its own. Another thing is, I know, normal cardstock. Now, this cardstock is curling, okay, but it'll flatten out. It works. It works just fine. Okay. So 2 things. Three things. We can let it air dry, come back tomorrow. Who wants to do that? We can use a heat gun. We can also, number 3, we could also pour some clear emboss powder over it, and that would also help dry this. Okay, I'm going to hit it with the heat gun. I am just using plain basic white. I am not using thick. So after I hit it with the heat gun, if I think it's still wet, I could try the clear emboss powder. Okay, I think it's good. It feels way better. It's not going to be a little damp right there, but it's good enough for me to put the card together. All right, so let's put our card together. I do need to get paper trimmer. So I'm going to score, this is just a regular card base, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Oh, thank you, Jeannie. She loves my Christmas nails. I wanted something fun, and my granddaughter Elise did these, and I'm like, oh, I want that. I want that. Okay, so for my, where's the card? For this panel inside, okay, I need to do some scoring. So I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. Now, when you, this measures 3 3/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way and I'm going to score it, sorry, at the 1/2 inch. Whoops, and that's how we lose blades. Hang on. My cutting blade popped out. So I'm just going to score this at the 1/2 inch right here, okay? With the embossing powder, I would heat set it. It will stick to the, so Rosemary's asking some great questions. With the embossing powder, you pour embossing powder over it. I'll do it on another card. You're going to heat set it, and wherever it's damp, the powder will stick. You're going to heat set it. If I didn't heat set these, I could just, and when I made these cards, I was just picking up scraps of paper on my table and just dumping it in. So you could cut a whole bunch of layers, do them all, let them all dry overnight. Okay. All right. So I think that's all we need on this one. Okay. So we're going to put our card together, and I'm actually going to put it together backwards. I'm going to build from the inside out. Cindy says that is a great color of red nail polish. Oh, thank you. I thought it was so pretty. It's got some sparkle in it, if you can tell. So I'm going to use this piece on the back side or on the inside. Tiffany's nails are green and silver. I almost did green and silver, Tiffany, because I saw a picture of that on Pinterest and I thought it was so pretty. However, I wanted to do what my granddaughter did. She inspired me. So, okay. All right. So there's that layer. Look how fun. All right. So now I have this piece that we scored. Okay. And I'm going to put adhesive on this 1/2 inch right here. Okay. And where my score line is, I'm going to line up this edge. Hi, Delina. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm just lining it up with the score right here. Okay. And I'm going to close it, give it a good back rub. And then when I pick it up, ta-da, there it is. Okay. So it's right there. Grammys cannot disappoint our granddaughters. No, ma'am. I'm going to be stamping on this layer. Oh, I just realized something. But that's okay. Because if I did this, the creator of the card, you might do it too. So I want to tell you, we need one more score line on this one right here. So I need to score this at 2 1/8. Ooh, Roxanne said a lady at the grocery store had some silver nails. They were lovely. All right, so this is going to be a Z fold. Okay, so we're going to pop this backwards. And we're just going to give this a good crease. Uh-oh. I have shaving cream under my nail. Oh, please, we don't want to get that on something. I just got it on my table, which is how I realized it. Okay. So now we have this, okay? I do need to give this a good crease as well. I need, hold please, where is, I'll just use this. I'm going to give that a good crease. Okay. All right, so now we have that. We have this piece that we did. We're going to put that right there. This was 2 inches. 2 inches by 5 1/4. And then we have this panel that's going to go right here. Now, my Night of Navy, I wanted to be lined up with the one inside. Okay. So I have, so that I don't see the one on the inside. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? There we go. I'm only going to put adhesive on the left-hand side. Now we're going to just kind of center that over there. There we go. Now let's do some, whoops, nope, not time for stamping. We're going to put this layer. Nope. Hold on. I'm looking at my card. I have a layer of basic white first. Cindy says, did you know that when you're retired, every day is Saturday? I did not know that, Cindy. What a great, great tip. Something I have to look forward to. Now I'm going to add that, and I really don't want to cover that up. Look how pretty that is. All right. This is our other layer. Okay. I want to say, I don't remember the measurements. I'm not even going to go there. So this piece is supposed to, nope, this piece goes here. Yep. Now I have a little bit of smudge, so I want to make sure that I'm going to grab, where is it? I'm going to grab some hand sanitizer to try to clean up my fingers a little bit so that I don't mess anything up. Thank you, Carmen. She said so pretty. So just the hand sanitizer is going to keep the surface ink from getting on my basic white. All right, let's do some stamping. Man, I really don't want to, I don't want to cover that up. Okay, let's do the inside first. I told you I was working from the inside. Wishing you the happiest birthdays, and we've got the little dolphin. Wishing you. Now, I used several stamp sets. I did not tell you. For this card, I used Under the Moon. I used Happiest Days. And I also used, nope, Round We Go, That Happy Birthday. So when you're making these masculine birthday cards using this old shaving cream technique, grab some stamps that work with what you want. All right, so I'm going to turn this over because I did have that smear. Thank you, Virginia. You know, I may even change the design of this card because I don't want wishing you the happiest birthdays. I don't want to cover up that beautiful front. Apparently, when I made the other card, when I made my sample card, it wasn't as pretty. And I wasn't tempted to not cover it up. Okay. So I need a little dolphin. I'm just stamping him in some Memento ink. There we go. So when you're placing an order on my Stampin' Up! Website, there is a December host code that you need to use to get this tutorial for free. I'm thinking I cut my paper wrong. It's looking a little short, but we're going to go with it. I will double check my measurements on my instruction sheet because this is just looking a little short. But I bet y'all can't even tell on this TV, on the TV screen. All right. So what are we going to do on the front? This is what I had on the other one. I vote that I just cut a strip for happy birthday. What do y'all think? Let me know since you're in the live chat. Let me know what you think. While you're doing that, I'm going to burnish this score line a little bit. Thank you, Sarah. She said stunning card. It's this old technique, this old shaving cream. Oh, I still didn't get it. Let's do, trying to do the edge of my table here. Okay. Just happy birthday. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to do a happy birthday and not cover that up. You'll have pictures of both. I'll add the picture of this one to our tutorial for those of you who get it. Let's see. Will this fit? It fits. If it fits, let's use it. Sarah says, yes, don't cover up the beautiful sculpture. Now, when y'all go to make these old shaving cream cards, I want you to tag me. I want you to put them in one of our Facebook groups. I want to see what you do because I think I change up the colors, right? To use other colors and see what you come up with. I was thinking today, how pretty would it be like in pastel colors for little girls? Let's do, I'm not even really measuring. I'm just cutting. I don't want to cover up the middle. Have I inspired y'all? Are y'all going to try this technique? I want to know. Let me know in the live chat. Let me know in the comments if you're watching the replay. I'm just trimming this down a little bit more so that I can see that beautiful background. Carmen says, try this. It will be after the new year before I can try it. Yeah. That's better. I made it shorter and I'm going to put it right there. Just going to put it right there. And I'm not going to add dimensionals. I'm just going to lay it right there. And I think it's gorgeous. Mary says, I will once I get to the Dollar Tree. Now, the other bonus of this is it smells like summertime. Okay. So there's our choices, right? When you make your card. Let's do another card. So this one, again, I was just playing with it. And I have my layers that say shaving cream. That's what you're going to be doing, right, when you're at home. Now, something I want to point out. I have 2 paper plates here. And I can tell that this plate is damp from the shaving cream. Okay, when I picked it up. So be careful with your work surface. Protect your work surface. Okay. So I've got my layers here. And I'm just going to tap away. And I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to, now, I'll point it out to you on this one. Nope, it doesn't do it. Sometimes you will see on your cardstock, you will see the edge of that on the next piece. So just keep that in mind too. Everyone will be different. Brenda says, I just did new shaving cream and we'll wait till in the morning to do the old one. There you go, Brenda. That's how it works. I almost wore a white sweater tonight and I was like, no, I better not. I was going to be all Christmassy with you guys. And I was like, nah, I better not do that. Because this is messy. Okay. A little messy. Going to get some more hand sanitizer. What other color combinations? I was thinking like Pretty in Pink and maybe a yellow, Lemon Lolly. You could do, just pick 2 of your favorite colors and it's gonna work. I'm telling you. Like I said, I thought I had one color tonight and I didn't, and it still worked. What if you use your first color, let it dry, and add a second color? If you don't put the colors on at the same time, it's not going to work. Just because of how, how I swirled the shaving cream, it's not going to work, Cindy. Michelle says, this technique and other techniques are the reason why I have a crafting t-shirt and sweatshirt. Oh, Michelle, I bet you look so cute in your crafting clothes. It really isn't that wet. I'm finding that it's not that wet tonight. The plastic sleeve covers that librarians use. I do remember that, Rosemarie. That would work for this, wouldn't it? Okay, so I do have a layer, and I'm going to add that. Now, when I was creating these cards, I just had bits of, excuse me, bits of cardstock that I just touched, into it. And I absolutely loved how it turned out. And then I designed the cards based on the cardstock scraps. Look at that. Look at that. Now, don't y'all agree that these are great masculine cards? Okay, I'm going to put that there. And I am going to get some dimensionals. Michelle says, of course she looks so cute in her crafting t-shirt and sweatshirt. It's funny, Michelle. I don't know what you look like. You know what I look like. I don't know what you look like. Michelle has helped me for what, 3 years, 4 years? I don't know what you look like, girl. You should post a picture of you in your crafting t-shirt or sweatshirt. But I got to see your face. I want to see what you look like. I just realized that. All right, so I'm going to put this here. Okay. Polly says, perfect for masculine cards. I think so too. I picked the stamp set Under the Moon because this does remind me of galaxy, but it also reminds me of water. It's got some movement to it. So yeah, super fun. Okay, so I want to point out that I punched out the circle from the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. And it fit the moon perfectly. Okay, so I went ahead and punched it out ahead of time. I wanted to be as prepared for this class so that we could get through all of the designs that I have. I'm just gonna, now I tell you what's so funny. The first time I stamped this, do I even want to tell y'all what I thought? All right, I'll tell you. I mean, we're friends, right? Y'all don't judge me. Whoops. That's a terrible. Okay, we're going to do it the right way. We're going to get a piece. To stamp first and then punch is better. So here's what I was thinking. I inked it up. This was the first time I'm using it, right? I inked it up. And when I went to go put it on the card, I was like, how does this go? I don't understand. Because I thought I was looking at the earth, not the moon. I felt so dumb when I realized that. So, there you go. If you think that's the earth, you're wrong. It's the moon. All right, let's just punch this out. There we go. So it doesn't matter how you put it on. Excuse me, because it's the moon. Now I had my strip. There it is. Oops. I forgot I had that hat on my head. So I'm only going to put adhesive on the side that's here, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals over here. Put 2 dimensionals. And then some adhesive. Renee has seen me. When we go on Discord, you should come join us one evening. Ah, yeah, I am missing Renee tonight. She told me she probably wouldn't be on. But yeah, okay. All right. Challenge accepted. I'm going to need that. This is the happy birthday. Where's my greeting? Please tell me I got it out. I'm not seeing it. Nope, I didn't get it out. Now, you know, on Discord, I didn't know you could see each other. Learn something new every day. Okay. So that happy birthday is from Simply Said. Okay, so I'm just going to add this. Again, I put a dimensional on one side. And some adhesive on the other. Yeah, we need to have like a set date time to go on Discord and hang out. That way everybody could join us. There's the front of our card. And I just have a piece of basic white to go on the inside. Okay. There we go. There's that card. And I made it pretty close, but look how they both look different. I used Night of Navy for both cards, and on this card, it almost looks black. Interesting. Okay. What's my next card? I almost don't want to show you this card because, yeah, it is a lot to keep up with. What's current, what's not, what's on online exclusives, what's in the catalogs. I use the deckled rectangle dies, and they are not available anymore. And I realized that right before we went live, so it is what it is. But the thing that I wanted to teach y'all is this. Put a Post-it note when you cut your layers, which ones are going to be your white layers and which ones are going to be your shaving cream layers. That is the intent of this class. There you go. Not if I used dies that aren't available. So in this case, just cut some rectangle pieces. I thought there were 2 Mary Yates, and maybe they are, but they're not available, but I couldn't find them. So there's that. This is what they look like. Like that. Okay. So, yeah, learn something new all the time. All right. So we're going to take our shaving cream pieces, right? And we're going to put them in. Oh, hi, Renee. She is on now. So nice that you could pop in. I know you had things going on. So look how light that one is. What happens if I move it? Let's see if we can pick up some other colors. Yep, that worked. Okay. So we're going to do this again. Using our old shaving cream. That cracked me up. And again, it's kind of light, so I'm going to just go to the darker areas. Interesting. It works. Let me get some more paper towels. Oops. Now, when I was creating this class, I eventually ran out of pieces of cardstock. So after this card, I'm not going to be doing any more shaving cream, but I could, because that shaving cream will still work. All right. I love the glass mat, by the way. I don't think Denise is on tonight, but Denise decided to order the glass mat as her own Christmas present to herself. And I was like, girl, get the glass mat. It just keeps things so much cleaner. And boy, it smells good in here. Okay, just give it a little hit. The stamp set that has the moon is called Under the Moon. So, you know, when you look at this stamp set, you're like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. This is what you do with it. A technique. All right, let's add our layers. So this is my largest decal. I was going to tell y'all the measurements, but then when I realized that they weren't on the website, I was like, well, there's no reason to tell them. I think this is the largest decal in the set. Okay. And then we have our white layers. Okay. I'm going to put this here. Making sure, hold on, let's just get a little bit of hand sanitizer again. Jeannie, this glass mat stays here all the time. I don't move it unless I'm, I did clean out from underneath it. I was like, oh, I wonder if there's anything under there. Oh yeah, it was nasty. It was very dirty. So, but it just stays here. I don't move it. Okay. So I just decided to just do a bunch of layers. Now I hear you guys. I know what you're saying is I don't want to cover up the pretty shaving cream. Okay. But I needed some more depth to the card. Okay. So you can still see it. And then I just went with a small layer for the birthday. Happy birthday. And that happy birthday came from Simply Said, birthday wishes. Yep. Could I splatter a little wink of Stella on it to make it look like stars? I can certainly try. We can certainly do that, Teresa. Great idea. Let me know in the live chat if you guys love this idea. So say, love old shaving cream. Birthday wishes. Yeah, Mary Moat has the glass mat and she loves it. I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals. Yeah, I will tell Linda Dalke what the comments were about love old shaving cream. I don't know if she even called it a technique, but that's all I could think of when it was just old shaving cream. Just got left out. So this is how techniques are designed, right? That, you know, we think we've made a mess and we're like, well, what do we do with that? Just play with it and see what happens. All right, so then I have a layer for the inside. Splattering enamel effects might be better than Wink Stella. You know, Renee, that's probably a better idea because I don't think the Wink Stella is going to be bold enough, but some of that silver enamel effects with a toothbrush. I'll do that at the end because I have a feeling it's going to make a mess. So there's my card. And look how different. Every time you do it, it's different. Isn't that funny? All right. So when I do masculine cards, I like to do fun folds. Ta-da! How fun is that? How easy is that? Just takes a few pieces of paper. So we're going to do some scoring. I will do, y'all remind me to, oh, Erica says I'm going to do this for my dad and my brother's birthdays this month. Yep, they're going to love it. I guess that is hand sanitizer. I don't know what that is. This piece of Night of Navy measures 5 1/4. Hold on, move it up. 5 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay. Your typical cardstock is 5 1/2. I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 1/2. Okay. Your base. All right. Judy says the rectangles were there in the morning, and by the time I placed my order late in the afternoon, they were gone. Thank you, Judy, because I know I always check things. Oh, Renee says she can't leave the shaving cream out because it'll be full of cat hair the next day. Renee, put it in the microwave. All right. So 5 1/2. So this is going to be how tall our card is, right? So we're going to turn it and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay. Just like we would if it was a full card. Love the old shaving cream. I love that y'all love this technique. It's pretty fun, pretty fun. Now, the reason that for those of you who are new to my channel, the reason that I am doing a piece of paper on here, the plastic from the bone folder tends to leave a sheen on the dark cardstock, and I don't like that. So that's why. All right. So this paper is the Country Woods Designer Series paper. Could you dab your paper towel on the scrap paper after wiping off the excess? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know what it'll do. I'm like a squirrel. Y'all can't talk to me. Nope, not really. That might be too dry, because I told y'all it's not that wet. So this is the Country Woods Designer Series paper. Okay, and then I have, this was like 3/4. I don't know. It's all, this is why I write down the tutorials, because I can't remember the measurements. I'm doing good to measure. What did I have for breakfast today? I don't know. By the way, those of you who've been following us, my husband does have to have knee surgery. I'm not real happy about it because it's going to take a while to get him in. So, but he's not in as much pain, so that's the good news. All right, so this is my little card. And so this is 7 inches, and I'm going to score it at 3 1/2. So basically his surgery is not until February. February the 7th. Crazy. It could have been earlier, but we have a trip planned. So I don't know. Things are just not like how they used to be. All right, we're going to do some stamping. So I have my happy birthday. Now I want you to notice where this is going to, this is going to be tucked inside. Hold on, let me get this one. This is going to be tucked inside, right? So when you're stamping, make sure that you know where you're stamping at. So probably the best thing to do is to decide, where do you want the card? Okay, close the flap, draw with a pencil so that you know your stamping area. Okay. So I was just looking a little crooked there. Happy birthday. Could you put glitter or mica powder in or on the shaving cream? You could. I don't have any, but you could. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, at least he's not in a whole lot of pain. He tore the meniscus, and it's like, the way the doctor said, it's like having a pebble in your shoe. It's annoying, and it needs to come out. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to stamp half the moon, or the other, I call it the half the moon. I'm going to stamp this piece right here. We're going to use crushed curry. Now, these are called distinctive stamps. If you're going to make a lot of them, you could make a template or a mask. Yes, you could, Renee. I'm going to push the ink down into the pad with just using a spoon because I just find that it stamps better. Okay, Jeannie has some of that. So when you try it with the mica powder and the microfine glitter, let us know. Well, that turned out a lot softer, but that's okay. I might need to re-ink that. It's been a hot minute since I've used this pad. Okay, now we have some water. My water. I could do the same thing with the water. I probably should, so that it will be paler, fainter. Trying to get my head in over here where that camera is. Linda says, my husband had that surgery that was harder to recover from than the 2 knee replacements. Great, Linda. Wishing Mark a speedy recovery. Thank you. Oh, man, what happened? What happened? I didn't push down hard enough, I guess. I don't know if I can fix that. I don't have my Stamparatus. We're going to see what happens. That's not too shabby for a repair job. Let's see. I was going to see if, there we go. I was going to take my blending brush and see if I could kind of fix that. Yep. Look at that. Kind of fixes it a little bit. Okay. All right. No 2 cards are ever the same, right? Now, what I think I need to do now is go ahead and just take it all the way across and blend it because my colors are a little bit off. There you go. That's how you fix a boo-boo. Perfect. Okay. So now I have this nice little line right here where I know where I'm going to put my adhesive. Okay. Yep, we have our blending pen to the rescue. Oh, I forgot my little dolphins. Let's get them. And I did those in Night of Navy. I know, you know, he's being such a trooper. I was like, what's your pain level? And he's like, right now, 2. And I was like, wow. But he was sitting down. So then a little bit later, he was walking and I go, what's your pain level now? And he says, 5 or 6. And I was like, okay. So just going to stamp our little dolphins. So cute. Look at that. Love the gold moon much more than the blue moon. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. There we go. So no two cards are the same, but they're pretty close. All right, I think I have one more for you. And again, it's a fun fold. Okay. So I decided just to stick with some designer series paper and use that up. I could certainly have used some more shaving cream. Okay. So we're going to make this card. Oh, I thought I already scored it. Oh, I left it out because I wanted to show you something. So we're scoring our card base just in the middle, 4 1/4. Jeannie says about Mark's surgery, they're always improving things. And if we're all praying for him, I'm sure he will come through just fine. Thank you, Jeannie. I appreciate that. I will give you guys a heads up when it gets closer to the time. So this card has a little flap, okay? And this measures 5 inches. And I'm going to score it at, did I score it at 1 inch or 2 inches? 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 1 inch. Okay. So again, we're going to work from the inside out. Debbie says masculine cards can be difficult. All of your cards are stunning. Thank you, Debbie. I hope that I've inspired y'all to get those masculine cards made. I mean, men have birthdays. Men have birthdays just like we do. So I'm going to put my adhesive right here on this piece because I want it to clip it here. Okay. Hold on. Just double check something. Yep. So I take that back. I want it to be on the edge. Okay. So I'm putting my adhesive on this side. Yeah, we all get stuck on masculine cards. You know, we see all the pretty flowers and butterflies, and men just don't really go for that. Just lining this up right here against the edge. And then we're going to add our basic white layer. So with masculine cards, I like to do techniques or I like to do fun folds, which tonight we did both. Okay, so there's that. I just took a piece of, this is that pretty country woodsy looking paper. I didn't go with this side, even though it is my favorite print in that pack, because I didn't have enough. And I cut my paper wrong, you know, so you have to pivot and do something else. I'm just, I was thinking I should have put that piece of, I should have put this on there, but that's okay. All right. So we have that. So now what we're going to do, whoops, I'm going to do a little bit of scoring there, a little burnishing. So we have our, I'm missing a piece of Misty Moonlight. Hold, please. And I was doing so well. So this piece measures 4. So yeah, 3 by 4. Three by 4. Dee Breyer said that she made her husband an anniversary card. It's her 38th wedding anniversary today. Happy anniversary. So here's what I did. I cut the designer series paper the size of my layer, which that's wrong. So this is going to be a little bit smaller. So 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. What did she do with the blue paper to make it rough? Are you talking about this, Georgia? This paper is done. This was our old shaving cream technique. If you're just now joining us and you missed that at the beginning of the video, I showed y'all how to do this mess. Now, how are we doing on time? Oh, it's over. It's after 8 o'clock. I will play with the idea of the enamel, splattering that if you guys want me to. Yep, all these layers. There we go. Okay, so this one I stamped my water again. I just had that. Where'd it go? My stamps. Where's my water? Good grief. Are you kidding me? Oh, here it is. It's like I just used that stamp. I'm gonna really ink this up. There we go. Okay, so we have a little bit of moon, I'm reading Blue Moon. Oh, the paper is the yeah, Country Wood. So there is something not letting me stamp right there. That is really frustrating. I don't get it. Interesting. Yeah, we kind of fixed it. It's fine. It's fine. So now we're going to try this again, stamping. I don't know. Y'all liked the, instead of the Blue Moon, you liked the Crushed Curry Moon. So I'm going to try this again where I stamped. And I'm just going to cut that off. You can cut it with your trimmer. You can cut it with some snips. There we go. Yep, some more. I think what I ended up doing on this one though, so you can do two things. You can punch it out, use that circle punch, and then cut it. You can also trim off that excess white, but I don't think you can really see it that much. So I'm going to leave it. Just going to leave it. So I could have just stamped right on here, like I did on the other one. But I'm just going to leave it like that. We're going to add this to this. You could use the candy machine glob to make a moon. Yes, you could. I don't have that. You know, I think I have everything until somebody says something like that, and I'm like, I don't have that. All right, where did our card go? Here it is. Okay, I like it. All right. Now, if you don't like this little tab sticking out, you could certainly take that off. I'm just going to put adhesive across the middle and center that, and we're done. There we go. So you decide. Oh, we didn't stamp happiest birthday. That's why I cut it down. So now we got to stamp on the inside. We could do anything we want. Little change there because I forgot. That's okay. Like I said, no two cards have to be the same. And they're different. There we go. All right. I was going to play with the idea you guys had of the enamel. I think the silver will work the best. Let's get a bigger piece of paper. Just going to get a bigger piece. I think the darker, the better. I love this technique. Renee, you really need to figure out how to do it without the cat hair. Denise said, I sure didn't think I'd ever use that moon stamp, but it looks awesome on your card. What is the name of the stamp? Under the moon. Under the moon. Got a little boat, got the little dolphins, got the sky, little clouds, and then our water. Okay, now that this is so wet, somebody said, can you tap it on your card? I'm going to just do it and see what it looks like. And you don't get much, just so you know. Okay. See, when you're live, you can ask me questions like this. When you join me during the live, I guess I should say. All right. So we want to play with a little bit of, this is the metallic enamel effects. Okay. Now I have toothbrush. I don't know if that's going to work. Because that makes me have to get very dirty. But, you know, if that's what y'all want me to do, I'll try it. Let's see. Nope, that's not working. I really didn't want to use my fingers, but I don't think it's going to splatter. It's too thick. It's too thick. You get enough on there that you can use it with your greeting. Oh, this, you're right, Michelle. Yeah, this is too thick. What you could do is just add some dots, but it's not showing up very well either. What about the basting brush I cut down? You could try that. Well, yeah, I think it's just too light. I don't think it's worth the effort. Y'all see it? Yeah. And then if you tap on it with the toothbrush, not much at all. I was wondering if it showed up on the white better. Let's try that. Look at all the things that I will do for y'all. You can see it a little bit better on the white. Yep, you can see it on the white. You just can't see it as much on here. You're so welcome, Teresa. I'm happy to try. If you guys have questions, this is the way to ask. You know, you're like, I don't know how to use blank. Let's ask Sharon. Okay. Your other paper had much more blue. Like the dark blue, Renee? Now, when you put it on the darker, let's try this one. Yeah, it just kind of, I think it's just too light. All right. What about white enamel? Where is my white? Cindy Wagner says, I think we should all get together and do a Caribbean cruise next summer. You know, I see lots of people doing those cruises, and I just don't know how you take all your stuff on a cruise. I don't get it. Help me, Cindy. Help me understand. All right, I'm just going to kind of clean that off. Lori says, I love learning so much. Yay! Beth Bruner, thank you, my friend. She said, really great masculine cards tonight. All right, so I'm using the white, and I'm going to use it on the darker navy. I just don't think it's worth the effort. It looks like this, but it's shinier, but I don't think it's worth the effort. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Lori says, so much so, I just ordered Sharon's new book. Yay! Thank you. I'm so glad. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, I took a basting brush and cut it off. What was that lady's name? NB Cards. Look at that stuff in there. She's the one that I think had it. Okay. All right. I'm making a mess. Amy says, whoops, the shimmer paint that we use to have diluted in alcohol and sprayed on it might work. You're right. I do remember that. I may even have some of that, but it's probably so old it doesn't work. All right. Oh, what does Wink Estella look like? I think it's going to be the same thing, Beth, but we'll try it. Get it going. I think it's going to be the same. Oh, this one might be empty. There we go. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. It's just not worth it. I think just the design itself. Now, if you wanted some shimmer, I don't know if y'all can see that. If you want some shimmer, you could put some in Versamark and pour clear embossing powder. That's how I would do the shimmer. How do you order my book? So I will tell you this. I had some issues with my store tonight, right before I went live, but I will put on there, if you go to my blog, you will find ordering. Oh, wait, here. It's right here. Shop. www.TxStampin.com/shop. When I get off the live, I'm hoping that it all got fixed, but I will turn it back on. If you don't see the printed book, that's where we were having trouble earlier. You can order a download version of my book, my technique book, but the printed version is the one that was having issues connecting to the print company. So they were working on it before I went live, so hopefully it's all fixed. If you have any questions, you can always contact me below any of my videos, and I can help you place any kind of order, whether it's Stampin' Up! Or one of my tutorial stores. So, all right, y'all. Ta-da! That's it. So this was my monthly class that if you place a $50 order on my Stampin' Up website, I will, that's more than $50, I will send you this tutorial to make these cards for free. And I will also load the tutorial over on the tutorial store once we get all that fixed. So I'll be back on Monday night for Mystery Monday stamping. Next week is my last week for the year. You will not see Michelle and Renee and I after next week. We are going to take some much deserved time off for the holidays. And I hope that everyone can join us next week, either for mystery stamping on Monday night at 7 p.m. Central or on my Thursday night class. My Thursday night class is some last minute gift card holders or cash holders for those of y'all who tuck away some cash in those cards. So I hope you'll join us. All right, y'all. Happy stamping.